Hello again. Oftentimes we get asked whether or not we do adoptions, and the answer is yes. Hi, my name is attorney Anthony Spratly. I am the owner and founder of Joyous Law Group in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where we practice law throughout the state of New Mexico, and we do it with integrity. Now, adoption is something that we do here at Joyous Law Group. It's actually one of the most enjoyable parts of family law. As you know, like in family law, there's divorce issues, which can be a pretty heavily contested area of the law. There's custody issues that sometimes can be highly contested areas of the law. And then there are adoptions. And usually adoptions aren't contested. Now, they could be contested if a parent is not willing to consent to, like the other parent is not willing to consent to the adoption. But usually they are a very joyful occasion. Usually when adoptions come up, or when we deal with adoptions here at our firm, it's at the point where the potential adopter, the step parent usually, has been married to the biological mother or the biological father for that matter, for at least a year, living with this minor child for at least a year. And usually over time, there's been some sort of psychological bond and connection between the stepchild and the stepfather, to where the stepfather feels like, hey, I want to take the next step and go towards adopting this child that is essentially, he or she have been treating as her own. And so the next logical step is to file for an adoption, a step-parent adoption in this particular case. And with the step-parent adoption, usually the spouse is consenting to the adoption. So that's not, you still need that your spouse's consent, but it usually is going to be granted. You wouldn't file a petition without the biological parent being on board, obviously. And you would need the consent of the other parent who is absent from the child's life. And what happens if you don't get that consent from that other parent? Well, you have to go through termination procedures to terminate that parent's right so that you can exit, so that you can adopt. So there are many steps to the child adoption process, especially in the step-parent adoption process. If you want to go through that, you need the consent of both parents, and obviously, finally, you need the consent of the court. Now, there's some stuff that goes on in between, some background checks that need to be conducted, perhaps some counseling that needs to be conducted of all parties, including the minor child, fingerprints taken, things like that. But your attorney can take care of all of that, so you don't have to worry about how the sausage is made when going through the adoption process. But the most important thing is, hopefully at the end, if you do everything that is required by the court, you'll have a very successful adoption, okay? So we do adoptions here for children. We also do them for adults. That's a whole different video that we plan on doing in the future. But for step-parent adoptions, it is something that we do here at Joyous Law Group. It's a very enjoyable part of family law that, if you ask 10 family law attorneys, all 10 will probably agree with that statement. So anyway, if you know anyone that would benefit from this video, please share it with them. Also, if you're in a place that you can subscribe or like, please do that as well. If you want more content or family law content, including content on adoptions, please go to our website at www.genuslawgrp.com. Also, you can go to our Protect Your Success podcast if you want more information about family law topics. Okay, folks, until next time, have a great day.